tuition hike is in line for Lakehead University, and it's not sitting well with students. Around 100 of them expressed outrage today by forming a protest at the school, hoping to get their message across to administration. For the fourth year in a row, the fees for an LU student are increasing by 5%. Alex Brown has more.
Education is a right. We will not give up the fight.
A loud statement by a crowd of around 100 Lakehead University students. The disgruntled pupils gathered outside the Agora conference room protesting recent proposed hikes in tuition. On average, students will be paying around 5% more for their studies. Student Union President Mike Snowden admits these rallies have not worked in the past, but says they have two proposals this year.
One is the student union executive is willing to take a 15% pay cut if the senior administration, so the vice president and presidents of the university, also take a 15% pay cut. That will allow them to not raise the maximum percentage, which is an overall 5%. The other one is using the surplus that the university has right now and sort of supplementing the tuition increase percentage by using some of that put-away surplus.
Two departments will be affected the most by the increase. Tuition for engineering students will go up over 6.6%, while international students will see their fees jump by over 10%. Ronald Ugorji says the university should reconsider such a large increase for an already inflated international program.
At least consider we're coming from afar, like it takes me 2 days to come here. Going home to see my family, I spend like $4,000 just on flights, tickets. So I think they should look into it and probably cut it more down rather than increasing it.
However, not every student disagrees with the annual increase. Chemical engineering student Brian Collins understands the reasons for the hike, but says the money that is being collected by sectors like the LU Student Union needs to be put to better use.
LUSU is taking at least $500 from each of us every year, and over 4 years, that's $2,000. And some of that money is wasted. How much do all these signs cost? How much do all these pieces of paper cost? And what is the cost for all these shirts and every other piece? Like, how much of that money can be wasted and how much of that money can actually be saved and actually given back to the students?
Lakehead President Brian Stevenson was unavailable for comment during the protest. Alex Brown, TVT News.
A new blockade is officially up and running on Cooper Lake in the Ring of Fire. Roughly 24 members of the Martin Falls First Nation traveled 150 kilometers to the airstrip on the lake today. Chief Eli Muniz called for the action after he found out a mining camp was set up adjacent to the frozen lake. Dennis Ward was at the site of the protest and files this report.
Members